Yari! Victory and praises, everyone. Welcome. I'm Casey the Space Shaman. This is the YouTube channel dedicated to spreading the magic of spirituality and healing to the community of the world. It's been a little while since I've been on. I'm excited to be back. And I'm going to start out today's experience by guiding us through something to help with those of us who are feeling stuck and like we just can't quite move forward with the things that we want to move forward with. um, because that's something that I've been experiencing lately. I've been wanting to come back on here, do these live streams, do these healings, but I just felt that certain things kind of needed to fall into place, and it felt like there was something kind of holding me back. And so I've been working through that. I want to share that with you because I know there's so many people I talk to that feel that they're in this place where they're kind of stuck in whatever means, whether it's with their career or in a relationship or just in life in general. A lot of people have this feeling of being stuck and that they can't quite move forward for some reason. So I'm going to guide us through this experience to help identify where that lives within us and move through that. And then if there's anyone in need of healing, anyone who's in need of individual healing, just like I used to do before, we'll have an INI exchange, like a donation or a super chat or something, and then I'll do one-on-one healings with people. So if anyone's willing, and Brianna's here. Hi, Brianna. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I'll do this group experience, and anyone who's in need of healing, please just comment. Let me know what you're in need of healing for, and we do that just virtually, one-on-one in the chat through the comments. Okay. So I'd like for everyone who's ready to follow along with this experience to just take a few breaths, and we're not doing any kind of intense breath work. We're not trying to super oxygenate or anything like that. We're just counting our breaths, normal, gentle breath. But I want you to count about 10 of your breath. And that helps to bring us here into the present moment. So just sit here and along with me, count about 10 of your breaths with the intention to start slowing down and bringing yourself here, away from thoughts of the past or anticipation of the future. Just start to count your breath to bring your attention right here, right now. And wherever you're at in your count, I want you to start to drop your attention out of your head where we spend most of our time. We tend to think of ourselves as living up in our heads because that's where we see from. Our eyes are up in our head, and we associate our thinking with our brain, and we associate our awareness, our consciousness with our brain. And I want you to imagine that all of your attention is sinking down out of your brain, out of your head, and into your heart. And to help with this, you can just imagine that the sensation of seeing and feeling and thinking, just imagine that sensation is sinking down like it's becoming heavier and it's just floating down your body and resting in your heart. And be there for a minute, just imagining, use your imagination just to feel that you're thinking and feeling and experiencing reality with your heart as the center of your awareness. And for a moment, while in your heart, from your heart, I want you to just recall what that thing is that is causing you to feel so stuck. Recall the situations in which you felt stuck, but you're recalling from the heart. So there should be more emotion and more feeling than there is actual imagery or words in your thoughts. Remember the feeling, how it feels to feel that stuck sensation whatever it is, if it's your career or a relationship or something else, wherever it is that you feel stuck, like you just can't move forward and you feel trapped in these cycles that you've put yourself in, whatever it is you feel stuck in, remember how that feels and really feel it in your body. And as you're remembering how this feels, notice what areas of your body light up. Perhaps you feel it really deep in your gut. Feel the sensation of being stuck in your gut. Or maybe it's right there in your heart where all of your attention is. Maybe it's in your throat. Maybe it's in your hips or your back or somewhere else. But as we sit here and remember what that feels like to feel stuck, to remember what it feels like to be in that moment where you have that thought of, oh, I just can't move past this. I can't move forward. Remember what that feels like and find it in your body. Where does it live within you? Find where that lives inside of you. And when you found that, just imagine that you're resting all of your attention on that spot, wherever it is. Give it your full attention. Watch it like it's the most interesting movie you've ever watched. You're just paying attention fully to this sensation of being stuck, wherever it lives in your body. And I want you to have the intention now that you are listening to the sensation. And this may sound strange if you've never done this kind of thing before, but all you need to do is have the intention that whatever information is there inside of this heavy, uncomfortable sensation of being stuck, right now you're taking the time to fully pay attention to whatever it may be trying to communicate. So as you're feeling the sensation with all of your attention on it, as you have the intention to just listen to it, to receive information from it, if any thoughts come up, if any emotions arise, or if any realizations happen, allow those to happen. But if they don't, if nothing comes up, just be silent and present and still with this sensation. And we're going to spend a few minutes now as I rattle, just fully giving our attention, sinking deeper and deeper into this sensation and allowing it to begin to communicate with us. What is it trying to tell us? And maybe it's trying to tell you something really simple like, hey, you've been ignoring paying this bill. Or maybe it's trying to tell you something a little more complex. Hey, I really need you to express your anger. Whatever it is, just pay attention and let it organically arise without forcing it. Just give this sensation your attention and let whatever wants to come up, come up. And if you receive communication, that's beautiful. If you don't, continue to lovingly give it your full attention. And as I begin in a moment to sing, I want you to feel this energy inside of you, this emotional sensation, starting to shift and change and unravel. Almost like deeper layers of it are coming to the surface as the superficial layers start to unwind. And I just want you to follow it. Go deep as you can into this sensation with your attention. Yare hiro mare aram sanjiva hey arayu Urum Sidriya Veinurame Ave Iu uvel, are uri, urum saldra heio, aramedi andrio, sotsa vacraseidu, Ioriari. And notice how this sensation has changed. And we're going to communicate to this sensation, whatever it feels like now, however it's shifted, however it's presenting itself in this present moment. We're going to come in and start to communicate, sending thoughts and love to this sensation of safety, communicating you are safe, you are enough. Because look around, wherever you're at right now. Maybe there are things going on in your life that are really heavy and uncomfortable and very serious. But in this moment, you're not dying. In this exact moment right here, you're watching a YouTube video. You can be present and realize that in this exact moment, not 10 minutes in the future, not 5 minutes in the past, but right here, right now, you are safe. And everything's okay. Even if it doesn't feel like that, your mind tries really hard to convince you of all the dangers. But right here, if you really become present, you are safe. And I want you to feel that by becoming fully alert to just what's happening only right here inside of your body. Sitting still, feel your breath, and communicate that it's okay, that it's safe to this emotion. And give it permission to flow throughout you. As you communicate this safety, give this emotion permission to expand and flow through your whole body, flowing up to your head, down to your feet, all throughout you. Let it just flow and give it permission to just move throughout you. Communicate safety and give it permission to move. And if it wants to express itself in some way, maybe by making noise or moving and stretching or whatever it wants to do, allow that to happen. But if not, just sit still and feel the emotional energy moving throughout you. And continue to communicate to it that it's safe. Even if this emotion feels uncomfortable as it grows, gets bigger, and moves throughout you, continue to communicate safety. Realizing and reminding yourself, where am I right now? Right now, I'm here in this moment. The issues that I worry about and happening in the future, they're not happening right now because I'm here in the present. Whatever happened in the past, that's not happening right now. I'm in the present. Feel that, and through that, communicate safety as this emotion moves through you. And notice as it moves through your body, it starts to expand and move beyond your body, as if the energy of this emotion is evaporating off of you like steam or smoke, evaporating out of the body as it dissipates, as you continue to give it safety and permission to move. And you may notice as this happens, at first, it might feel a little bit more uncomfortable because all that emotional energy that was bundled up, wherever it was bundled up, starts to expand and more of it starts to flow out throughout your body because it's no longer knotted up and contracted in that one area. So for a moment, it may feel overwhelming. But as you continue to be present, communicate that safety, that emotional energy flows out and then slowly it dissipates because no emotion is meant to stick around for any more than about 20 minutes at a time. Emotions change from one state to the next continuously. It's when we accumulate heaviness around them and add story to them. And when we resist them and contract around them, that they get stuck and they build and fester and grow and become an issue. So now we're giving permission for these emotional energies to just flow through us. And after a while, they start to feel softer, softer and softer. And you start to feel better, more relaxed. Continue to breathe gently and regularly. Continue to feel and be present. And as we're feeling this emotional energy flow, I want everyone to continue to do this. But if there is anyone in need of one on one healing for anxiety, depression, grief, physical pain, any kind of issues you might have, please comment now. Leave a comment wherever you're watching from and let me know what it is you're in need of healing for. And if your comments aren't showing up on my end, please go to YouTube. Comment on the YouTube channel. The links are all there. But if anyone is in need of one on one healing, please comment. And until then, let's give another few minutes to just allow this emotional energy to move through. This is what happens when we feel uncomfortable emotions. They arise, and they're a natural thing. We're meant to experience the full range of emotions from love and joy and bliss and ecstasy to complete despair, suffering, fear, and anger. All of the emotions are healthy. And we are meant to experience all of them. They're all a part of us. But when we feel an emotion that we don't like, that we've been conditioned to be afraid of, our energy field will contract, become really tight and dense around that area. And then we start to worry about it. We start to add story, compare it to other times we felt like that and how that went in the past. And as we contract and add story, it accumulates heaviness around this area. And then that emotional energy becomes trapped in the energy field and it can't move through. So when we take time like this to relax, open up, communicate safety, and allow this emotional energy to move, then that emotion moves through. It's no longer trapped within us, and we can shift into another state. There's room inside of us now for us to experience more new, beautiful emotion, because they're all beautiful. So let's all take a breath as this energy is continuing to dissipate and move. Let's take a deep breath into the area where we were feeling that, and let's sigh out a big sigh just to help release and move and relax. And really feel your body sinking. And when you sigh like that, communicate safety to the whole body. Just relax your shoulders, relax your body, relax your neck. Just allow yourself to release with that sigh. Another one, a big sigh with me now. Relaxing, letting that last bit of that energy move through for now. Allowing it to move and letting go. And whatever it was when we reached that place where we were being present with that emotional energy and we were letting it communicate to us, whatever it wanted to communicate. If it communicated something to you that you need to do, something that you've been ignoring. So, for example, if you were sitting there listening to that emotion and all of a sudden you became aware of the fact that you were putting something really important off, or you've been ignoring some aspect of your life or something in your life, you've been ignoring that and not paying enough attention to it or not giving it the time and energy it needed. If that came to your mind as you were feeling this emotion, use that as a signal that that's something you need to address in order to fully move through this, in order to fully heal from this and move on from being stuck. If it was something inside of you, maybe you felt a ton of suppressed anger or something, and you felt that it just needed to be expressed, or maybe you felt the intense urge to be creative and creatively draw or make music or something like that. Whatever was communicated, the homework for this session is to do that. If you've been putting something off, take care of it. If you've been ignoring something, give it the attention it needs. If you need to express something, express it. Whatever happened in that moment where we were receiving the communication from that emotional energy, please take care of that in your life. Things will shift, things will become different. I've seen this countless times in my own life and in other people's lives. And you address the communication that happened from your emotional energy, from this emotional entity that was born inside of us. These things will often resolve themselves in a beautiful way, in an unexpected way. And Brianna says, wow, I felt vibrating in my hips area. Beautiful. Yeah, I felt energy flowing through my whole body. I love moving and releasing emotional energy like that. It feels very pleasurable to me to allow trapped emotional energy to really move like that. And is there anyone in need of healing? Anyone in need of healing for physical pain or emotional anxiety, depression, or grief, or whatever it is you have going on? Please comment now. I'll give a few minutes to wait to see if any comments come through for people that are in need of virtual healing through the chat. And if not, then we'll end it after a short little closing of sacred space. Brianna says, I just want to cry. Beautiful. Let yourself cry, Brianna. Yeah. Yeah. Crying is a beautiful way to express and release emotions. It's so healthy. And I used to be someone who couldn't cry. There'd be times when I felt like I needed to cry because I had so much heaviness and so much suffering would build up, and I felt like I needed to cry, but I just couldn't. This was many years ago. And and getting more in touch with and learning more about my emotions and other people's emotions and healing my emotional wounds. Now, when I cry, I'm just like, oh, this feels so good. I love to cry. It feels so healing. It feels so beautiful. And when other people cry in front of me, whether it's in a healing or just someone opens up and they're crying, I always just think, wow, they look so beautiful right now. And it's so beautiful that they feel so safe to open up and release these emotions in my presence. I always think that's so beautiful. So, yeah. All right, so I'll give another minute or so if anyone's in need of healing. If not, I'm going to start to thank the spirits. Anaki Kuyaiki, Anaki, Anaki, Anaki. Thank you to all the beautiful beings of light, the human beings that were present in this live stream, who watched, who shared their energy with us, who were here to release and heal. Thank you to all of the beings of light and the energies and spirits that were present to assist us, to hold space for us in healing and communicating safety to us and our hearts and our emotions. Thank you for being present and assisting us with all this beautiful work so that we may grow, evolve, and become more whole, healed, and perfect versions of ourselves. Anaki Kuyaki, Anaki, Anaki, Anaki. Thank you. I love you. And Brianna was saying, feeling my third eye is vibrating. Beautiful. I had my Misha with me. I love that. Yeah, our Mishas are such beautiful, beautiful pieces of ourselves. I love my Misha so much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Misha. All right. Thank you, everyone. I love you so much. Aneki Kuyaki.